Hello, and welcome back, everyone. Today we are reacting to the Digital Circus episode 6. So let's go ahead and get started.
Today's adventure is brought to you by the Favorite Character Awards. Stay tuned and find out who will claim the ultimate prize.
Can you toss that back up here?
Making good use of your parts gimmick, huh?
Oh, shut up.
What are you doing up there?
I'm hiding from Kane. I think I overheard him talking to Bubble about an in-house adventure, and I'm not gonna be part of it.
And you're just gonna hang out in a flower pot all day? Not like your room?
Kane's been checking up on my room lately. When I don't answer, he just starts singing Daisy Bell in front of my door.
That's super creepy. Another thing is, I think Daisy Bell was one of the first songs sang by a robot. And so I think that's part of the reason why we have Kane singing that song. Alright, did something happen to my
It's creepy.
Does he really do that?
tracking?
I don't know. Let's ask him. Hey, Kane!
You fucking asshole!
Yes, Jax?
Look, it's Zubul.
You!
Ah, there you are. Now I don't have to do the snap summon thing. And I'm glad I found you. We need even numbers because today's adventure is a team adventure. Meet you guys up at the stage in, let's say, 5.7 minutes.
5.7 minutes?
Great. Didn't even ask him about the singing thing.
The what?
Today's adventure is gonna be a bit of a short one due to the Favorite Character Awards. But it'll be a perfect opportunity to showcase your guys' strengths to the press.
Alright, the favorite characters for me would definitely be Kinger and Bubble. Sorry, those are the best.
This is so heavy.
I think Gangle might come in like third or something.
That's right, Bubble. Seeing you all play bat-ball a few days ago really got me thinking. We should do our own sporting event, but with cool new sports invented by yours truly.
Help me, Kane.
We could also just play softball normally this time.
Yeah.
You could tell that Pomni's not a big fan of softball.
In the Cane Leagues, we have the 400-meter vertical skedaddle, bisection
How do these even work? How do you skedaddle up a wall?
boogie egg ball, lateral hijinks, orange sport, ball run, walk ball, run walk, and ball ball. These sports are surely going to...
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm not gonna be on a team with that one.
Zubul, why does all you do is complaining? I never know what you want.
We had a whole suggestion box for that.
Yeah, Zubul and I constantly say we like more chill and relaxing adventures.
Did you really not like my softball one?
I'm not big into sports, sorry.
The suggestion box just causes interpersonal drama, and me no likey.
All right. You really want to know what I want?
Oh no.
I want the ability to have sex.
So this is wild. And there's some speculation about a future episode. And anyway, we'll talk about that when we get there. I don't know what I could say, but like attachments or... Alright, I'm gonna stop there.
No way. Are we finally having this conversation?
Oh, hi, Zubul.
So I think I did mention this part though. Is Kane like programmed to forget these things? Like, is he programmed to forget that Zubul wants her parts to be like more appealing to her, or whatever when she had like the psychology session with Kane? Or is it something that Kane's learned to do? Is he learned to just kind of like basically steer away from these subjects that he doesn't want to be involved in. I don't know, just a weird thought.
Do you have any of that stupid sauce left?
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, how teamwork is essential to making the dream
Would the stupid sauce work on Kane, I wonder?
work.
Tell that
Probably not.
to him. He's the one that fucks everything all the time.
You are in a mood today, aren't you?
Now, you know what they say about assuming. It makes an ass out of you and Ming.
Ming?
Did Kane just say
Hi, I'm Ming.
So I'm pretty sure that's the first time we've heard Kane swear. Also, this is such a weird plot. And I don't know, it's kind of weird how far this whole thing goes.
And I really don't appreciate what your assumptions have done to my reputation.
You made a whole guy for that?
Whatever the case, it's evident now that there's quite a bit of tension between you all. So maybe what we actually need to do are trust exercises.
I am not falling into Jax's arms, if that's what you mean.
Don't worry, this will be a two-way trust exercise, where you'll each have to trust each other to not betray the other person. This is a private room where nobody can see or hear you once inside. And this is a loaded gun. Character A will take the gun into the
And this is a loaded gun.
private room and empty it out of all its ammunition, then come out and give it to Character B. Character B will then take the gun and shoot themselves in the head, trusting that Character A emptied it in the private room. Character A will also have to trust that Character B won't turn the gun on them, so everyone is incentivized to follow the rules and trust each other.
Like, there isn't really much of an incentive, though. Like, what happens if they don't trust each other? It doesn't sound like there's gonna be repercussions, right?
Sounds a little convoluted.
You look convoluted! Anyway, Jack.
I don't know why, but that's one of my favorite insults that Kane says.
Why don't you start?
With him?
Wait, what am I doing? I wasn't paying attention.
Jax seems so ADHD sometimes.
Oh?
He learned all the rules and he's like, yeah, I could do all that, or...
Or, yeah, we could all just shoot each other. Here, have guns. I don't care anymore.
No way!
Wait, that's just it? Here's guns and have fun?
I didn't say have fun.
Just a little aimless?
Use the sights.
Kane!
I like that one too.
Ugh, fine! We're bringing teams back. Pair up in teams of 2, you all get 3 lives. Last team surviving is the winner. Happy?
Not really.
Well, that's not my problem right now. I have an awards show to plan, so you guys are gonna have to handle yourselves for a bit. You get 5 minutes to figure the teams out. Once that's up, it's a free-for-all.
Switch to
Sorry, I gotta pause it, so get through the commercial. Alright, 5 minutes.
Come on, Sadie. You're coming with me.
Sadie?
actually gonna be on a team with Zubul.
What?
Aw.
No, you're not. We've been together for every team adventure in the past.
Guess times are changing, bunny boy.
Aw. It's cool to see Zubul stand up for Gangle, too.
Hey, you wanna be on my team?
I'd love to, but, well, I really don't want Kinger to get stuck with Jax.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could be on Kinger's team.
Just wondering, why is Ragatha worried about Kinger stuck with Jax? Like, of the people who it seems like Jax could really mess with, Kinger's one of the people it seems he would have the hardest time really doing much with. Kinger just comes off not there enough.
He and I were together once, and it wasn't too bad.
And have me on...
Oh, yeah, just forget I asked. I'll be on Jax's team.
Wait!
Like you said, probably good to keep Kinger and Jax separate. I can keep Jax in check, so don't worry about me.
Hey, Pomni? If you ever need to talk to somebody, or need help with anything, I'm here.
Aw. I think it's what's getting interesting to see Ragatha desperately trying to have people like her. And I mean, there are some good intentions behind it, but there's also this toxic behavior that's been developed too. But I think it's interesting to see how personally she takes every little thing that a person does that isn't like going towards being her friend.
You have a partner yet?
Well, look who it is. You sure you can handle me in all my glory?
I've been through worse. Hey, Zubul, do you want to hold on to this during today's game?
Aww.
I don't really trust myself that much with it. And I also just really want to be able to fire a Tommy gun while laughing maniacally, and I don't want to break it before I get that chance.
I'll keep it safe for you.
That's so sweet. I love seeing their relationship grow.
Huh? Oh, wait, what? That counted?
Kane?
What? Oh, yeah, the guns have been teleported to random spots in the circus. Go find them, champs!
We need to find the Tommy gun!
I love that reaction from Gangle.
Wait!
It also seems like so different from like Gangle's normal kind of timidness.
Kane! I'm missing a life!
There's no time!
It'll be my pleasure murdering all of you.
Have fun, guys!
You're so lame.
So we can see that the C and A are there for the company. A lot of people speculate it's Cain and Abel, which maybe it is, but you can see the computers there and the headsets and everything. Now, what's interesting is Cain has these pictures, but he hasn't, like, he's an AI, and so obviously he hasn't been there in person. But he's kind of obsessing about these pictures a little bit.
Aha! You little devil! All right. Now I would bet our biggest concerns would be Jax and Zubul. They're the youngest, so they probably still have some youthful fighting spirit.
One thing that brings up for me is, like, how old is Jax? Because, like, Jax to me seems like he would be pretty, he comes off pretty young, you know, pretty immature in a lot of ways. And so I know they've talked about their ages before, but I don't remember if Jax ever said his age.
Man, I'm still missing a heart. This isn't fair.
Oh, I've got just the thing. Here, take this.
Well, wait. What did you just do? What was that?
It's a butterfly. It can restore your health.
Did Kane mention that?
Oh, nah. I made it up.
What?
It's so interesting here because it's like Kinger all of a sudden has the ability to create this thing. And so when we see this butterfly pop out of nowhere when oh my goodness, Kinger does this, the first time like I ever watched this, I was like, what kind of like control does Kinger have? But there are hints at other people having control over things as well. And even on the adventures, like when they vote and stuff, how much control are they like putting into it? And like when Gangle was the manager at that one fast food restaurant, it makes you wonder how much of Gangle's like thoughts and desires and stuff went into that, you know? It clearly wasn't just Kane that just popped everything out his way. It was clearly influenced by some of what Gangle wanted.
So, who are you gonna kill first, Pom Pom?
I don't know if I'll really be doing much of the killing. I'll just find guns for you, and you can do all the violence.
It's interesting he calls her Pom Pom, because I don't think anyone else has called her Pom Pom.
Stuff. You like that, right?
You know none of this is real, right?
Okay, so something I have to point out, and I'll point it out again in a future episode, is when she first got to the circus, one of the things that happened is she was like, oh, this is all a dream. None of this is real. And Jax was like, keep telling yourself that. And so you have Jax here saying, oh, none of this actually is real. And I think it shows a little bit about how Jax approaches things here in the circus. That he's not necessarily just like thinking he's just going to be a jerk for the sake of being a jerk. He partially is doing it because he doesn't think there's like any consequences. There's not any of this that really matters. It's just kind of like, whatever, I'm part of this reality thing that's going on, but it's not real. I don't know how to describe it, but you know, being stuck in this alternate dimension that is just, you know, virtual reality, game world, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, what do you mean? Like the circus?
The game today is literally to shoot each other. So what's the point in taking this moral high ground?
Well, they're my friends. I don't really want to hurt them.
All right, let me be real here. Why do you care about that?
About not hurting my friends?
Look, I know what it's like. One day you're somebody in the real world doing important things, and then the next you're just a weird little cartoon jester. You want to hold on to that part of you that still thinks it's part of that world. But in the end, what does it get you? Ragatha tries to be all nice and friendly, but she gets torn up every other adventure. Whether we like it or not, all we are now is a bunch of cartoon characters. So what's the point of pretending we're not?
We're still people, though, right?
I thought we were at first, but as time goes on, we just end up falling into our archetypes.
And this is another thing that I've kind of mentioned before, is this idea of, with Jax, seeing things as like, I'm the one who does this, you're the one who does this. And like all the stereotypes, like when Zubul was giving the alcohol, and then she mentioned she did tattoos, and Jax was laughing because he was like, oh, that makes so much sense that you do both alcohol and the tattoos. And he just clearly was stereotyping her and putting her into like, oh, you're this kind of girl or this kind of person or whatever.
I'm part of the machine.
What's your archetype, then? The villain?
Listen, I add a key dynamic. I see how far I can push things. I screw with people, and I break the fourth wall. You want to know why? It's 'cause it's funny. I do everything 'cause it's funny. 'Cause I'm the funny one.
The funny one?
Yeah. Ragatha's the cheerful one, Gangle's the sad one, Kinger's the crazy one, Zubul's the grumpy one, and you are the one who hasn't figured that out yet.
Something that I've brought up before too is these archetypes that he brings up. They're kind of the way that he falls into safety, you know? He's like, as long as we stick to our archetypes, then these bad things won't happen, you know, kind of like abstracting, or, you know, as long as I follow into these archetypes, then everyone will be expecting me to do this, and nothing crazy will happen, you know. And it's interesting to see how he's trying to get Pomni to understand this too. And the fact that he doesn't have an archetype picked out for Pomni yet is also interesting. It means that he still sees Pomni as someone who's deciding for themselves and growing and learning a role, whereas everyone else, he's like, oh, they already got their place, they're not going to change, and for the sake of my safety or the sake of anyone abstracting, we gotta all stick to our roles.
We all just became archetypes. I at least have the self-awareness to choose who I am.
The funny one.
So who do you want to be? No better chance than now to try something new. You want to go nuts? You want to finally work off those weeks of rage and anguish that have been building up inside you? I know you hate it here. Everyone does. But the silver lining is you can pretty much do whatever you want. Like, look at the way you're aiming that gun. Too realistic. Just let loose.
What the heck? Today, I'm just gonna be evil. How's that?
Go for it.
Yeah, those other fools better watch their tails, because they're going to face the wrath of Pomni the Evil!
It's kind of cringe.
All right, so that's something that's interesting, though, is she chose evil Pomni, even though, like, evil Pomni was a version of, an NPC version of her that was in the softball game episode. And she saw how much Jax, liked her, and he said she was so cool. And so it's kind of interesting, like, is Pomni trying to do this to get on Jax's good side? Is that why she decided to go evil? Because she could have been so many other things.
AAA Auto Insurance.
Mute for the commercials. Yeah, this whole episode is interesting because there's this idea of, like, people playing their roles and doing things according to their roles, but they kind of break those roles over time. And I don't think they ever really had those roles. Once again, I think Jax brought those roles in as a coping mechanism for all the abstractions that have gone on.
Are we really gonna be shooting each other with these?
It's either shoot or get shot. Ragatha! There's a sniper around this corner.
I think I got Kinger.
Are you sure we're safe up here?
Whoa! Tactical roll! Come on, Ragatha.
I love Kinger.
Looks like we've located the king and the ragdoll.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's get him!
I don't even really know how to fire a gun. I don't know how much use I'd be in.
Oh, her hands.
Whoops, did I do that?
You missed a spot.
Ha, you're so cool.
Ragatha, take cover!
Huh?
I'll take Rags, you go Kinger.
Rightio, evil bro.
Radio evil bro.
I need a gun, need a gun, need a gun!
That's so
Come on,
mean.
man. Kinger, really use another one of those butterflies!
Howdy, howdy.
I know exactly what you're doing with Pomni, and it'll never work.
Huh?
You know, getting close with Pomni to corrupt her. Wait, no.
I think it's interesting that Ragatha has such a negative view about the relationship between Pomni and him that she sees it as corruption, you know? Even Pomni told Ragatha, you know, you gotta let yourself go sometimes, but to her it's like perfection is the only way. And we got a little bit of the backstory about how her mom was super critical, super strict with her, and abusive, really. So this idea she has to be perfect probably comes a lot from how she was treated by her mother. And I think that really, like, Jax isn't nearly as bad as she makes him out to be. But one of the things I think that happens a lot in real life, and probably in this somewhat, is if you think that you're a certain type of person, and then you assume everyone else sees you that way, because you start acting that way, because you start assuming everyone sees you that way, people will start to see you more that way. You basically make people see you that way because you start to act out how you think they do. You make these assumptions, and so instead of like trying to do better, trying to like figure out what they actually believe or anything like that, you basically fall into this mold, and then everyone else just is like, oh, yep, you are that way, because like I didn't see you that way before, but you've decided that this is the way you're gonna be.
Oh, no, wait!
I also think Jax probably wouldn't be nearly as much of a troublemaker to everyone else if everyone else didn't blame him for so many things. Like, when you hear he didn't go to Kaufmo's funeral, or he gets blamed for, like, all the bad things happening. Like, at the beginning of this episode, you had Zubul attacking him for always messing stuff up. And I really think Jax, based on just, like, the character we see of him, probably the writing would have gone a different direction if he was following kind of the same thing, but except for people didn't blame him for everything, you know? He'd probably be more loose with his archetype or whatever he thinks about it. Also, it's interesting that Ragatha can do this. It makes me wonder if it's something Ragatha was able to figure out, or if it's something that Kane had allowed. There's kind of the tune thing that Jax had talked about, so it could almost be Jax who came up with this rule as far as putting the finger in the gun and it doing that.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually think that'd work.
And he's so angry because Jax doesn't really want to be put in this box. He sees himself as the archetype because, once again, it's this way to cope, and he thinks everyone else sees him that way, and so he's like, I'm just gonna act that way then. This is just who I'm gonna be. And so everyone else puts him more into that category because of the way he acts. But you can see how angry he gets. He really doesn't seem like he's happy about the assumptions that Ragatha made about what he's doing with Pomni.
Huh? Oh.
It's mean.
I lost Kinger, but I got him down to 1 life.
I lost a life, but I got us down to 1 kinger.
How'd you let her take a life off you?
I don't really know.
Sorry, I gotta pause that music. This episode is so great at characterization, by the way. It tells you so much about the characters without actually like explaining it directly. A lot of showing.
This AK thing. If we can't find the Tommy gun, will this work?
Yeah. Do you think Jax is gonna be mad that I didn't team up with him?
I wouldn't worry about him right now.
That's so sad that Gangle's so scared of Jax.
It's all just a game in the end.
It's Jax, though. He probably wants revenge, and he's gonna make it painful.
Once again, it's so confusing about what level of pain they could feel. I'm guessing part of what oh my goodness. what Gingle's talking about is emotional pain, but still, like, they definitely can feel some level of pain. For instance, when they're practicing softball and Jax hit the ball with the bat into Gingle, Gingle said, ouch, right? And then we also had Ragatha getting hurt by the abstraction of Kaufmo. But then they go through wild things like getting shot, and it's like they don't complain about it or say ouch or anything. It's kind of really weird.
Hey, you deserve better than thinking about him when he's not even here. You're a human. You're not his toy.
Aw.
It sometimes doesn't feel that way.
These Avatar gimmicks, huh? Makes you wonder why no one else got them.
I just wish that... How are you supposed to like a part of yourself that just makes you worse than everyone else?
'Cause it exists. It's a part of you that's real. And the only you that you should care about is the real you. You have to choose to love yourself, even if it doesn't make sense. It's not natural, it's intentional.
Have you ever had to make that choice?
Huh?
It's interesting here that you have Gangle who asked that question, because the advice that Zubal's giving Gangle is great for Zubal as well. But Zubal doesn't take that advice, like, personally. She can give it to someone else, but she hasn't, like, let her hear her own words. Let her, apply this to herself. It's really sad to see how much she just doesn't want to accept her own body. And I think the whole thing here with avatars, because they said avatars here too. So you got Jax, who feels like he fits into this avatar role. It's a coping thing. And then you can tell he kind of doesn't want to when people basically tell him this is who you are and you always do these things to mess up. And then you also have these two here who, like, their body forces them into these avatars. It makes it shows you kind of this perspective of how people who struggle with body problems or struggle with feeling like they have to be this certain kind of person, and that's all they're allowed to be. How sad it can be when really if they can accept themselves, then they can be more free. They can choose more of who they want to be and make changes, or they can just love themselves, how you are. Jax isn't really just the funny character, There's a lot more to Jax than that. And Gangle isn't the person who just breaks their mask every time, There's a lot more to her than that. When we see how much Gangle wants to draw and love manga and everything, in that one episode she was like, I had to give up my dreams to become like this manager at a fast food place. And it shows how we can lose parts of ourselves and lose how we really can be more free and accepting of who we are, even if it's really hard. And it's honestly something that I'm still working on with a lot of my health issues.
Sorry, I mean, of course not. You're Zubal.
Aw.
Whatever happens, I've got your back if you've got mine.
Yeah. Now let's go kill Pomni and Jax.
I love that line.
All right, here's one. What's with the corn thing?
What corn thing?
Why are you afraid of corn? And don't say that you're not. You literally jumped out of your seat twice when you saw some.
Not gonna let me out of this one. Well, I don't know. It's got a bunch of little pods on it. Looks kind of like an egg sac or something. It's gross. Makes my skin crawl.
Interesting. Do you have like a type of trypophobia?
What's that?
The fear of lots of little holes.
Yeah.
Okay. How about...
So she says trypophobia, but he says eggs and little things are going to crawl on you. So I don't think it's completely trypophobia based on that description, because that's almost like, I don't know what phobia it is, but like insects crawling over you. It's not specific to spiders, so it's not like arachnophobia, but be an interesting idea what he actually is afraid of. Also, you know, he's afraid of corn, and then you have Ragatha, who's afraid of centipedes. And there's kind of this theme that there's different things each character is either afraid of or really kind of, I don't want to say enjoys, but there's just these little things that are quirks of each of these characters.
Pomegranates.
Awful.
I'm learning a lot about you today.
Let's not forget we're here to kill people. We still need to find out where Nutso went before we can rest easy.
I'm right behind you, aren't I?
All right, that's the best line in the entire show, in my opinion.
There he is!
Whoops, sorry.
Aw, he shot Pomni.
I hope you guys are ready for my Ricochet super move!
Oh, here's the light.
He shot himself.
High five!
Yeah!
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on.
Let's pause that. So Kinger's the second one then. So is Ragatha and Kinger now have been eliminated.
Ah, what a game! Who knew Pomni could be such a sharpshooter? These adventures, huh?
Oh, Ragatha.
And look, even though we lost, at least we gave it our all, right? You feeling all right? Are you upset that we lost? Are you upset about something else? You want to talk about it?
I think I might have failed Pomni. Just like I failed Jax. I try too hard to get on their good side, and then I just end up pushing them away. And then they end up hating me.
Well, I don't think anyone in here hates you.
Jax does! Gangle and Subal don't ever talk to me, and Pomni probably won't after today either. She came to me wanting to be on my team. I said no. Why did I do that?
It's so sad how personally she's taking something that obviously isn't that deep, you know? But I think a lot of people do this, especially when they're pressured by like a parent or something to be perfect or outstanding or to show like them best selves, and they have to be kind of put forth as the trophy almost for their parents. Remember, she had like rich parents and her mom was always so critical of her and so mean and abusive.
Maybe you just needed a break. It sounds to me like you put a lot of pressure on yourself to be there for everyone, and when you're not, you beat yourself up for it. You said you failed Pomni. Why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I feel like every day we're drifting further apart. Like she's seen through all my tricks and doesn't trust me anymore.
So it's interesting, too, that she says all of my tricks, because, you know, you would think other people would describe her attempts to get people to like her as tricks more than she would describe them as tricks. But she's the one describing them that way. And so it's almost like she realizes that she really is trying too hard to get people to like her. She has a small amount of that self-reflection, even if she probably doesn't see it the negative way that everyone else does as much. But she probably knows that she needs to, you know, do things a little differently.
Before I know it, she'll be a different person. One who doesn't even want me around.
The way I see it, relationships are two-sided, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to do all the heavy lifting when the other isn't in the mood. We all go through and deal with things differently, and sometimes you just need to let people do things their own way, as long as you're still there when they need you. Giving someone space should never be the same as giving up on them.
That's one of the best lines in the whole show. You can, you know, some people, it's not worth it to have energy for someone who literally is never there or never interested. That's completely different, though, than, you know, you are there for them, and then when they're ready, you're there for them, you know? You get to spend time together. It's not toxic. It's just that sometimes the timing needs to match up. And so it's not this thing where you have to succeed at XYZ. No, you just have to be around at the right time. Be the good friend when they need it, you know? It's not everyone communicates daily, you know? The important thing is that you don't give up on each other, that you are there, that you support each other. That's what it's about. It's not about, you know, trying to get Pomni to be more on your side than Jack's. It's not about sides or anything like that. And taking it so personally like she does isn't going to help people to like her more. It's going to make people feel like it's more work to be friends with her, you know? But a big thing about all of this is, once again, all of this pressure comes a lot from her mother, who, you know, was abusive and put her out as like this trophy daughter.
I don't even know what I want. I just want everyone to be happy. And I don't want people to hate me.
Do you hate yourself? I hated my...
The way that she acknowledges with that silence that she hates herself, I think goes along with the whole they saw through all my tricks thing too. It's like, once again, she's kind of aware that people see her this way. And it also goes with like what Jax was describing with archetypes, that Ragatha, she sees like, oh, this is how I am. I want people to like me. I don't even like myself, though. And instead of like changing, she's kind of feels like she's put into this archetype, or this kind of, I've got to be this person, instead of letting her be herself, letting her want to find ways to love herself, you know, for who she is. Kind of like what Zubul and Gangle talked about earlier.
Myself. I couldn't help but hate myself for the things I thought I was responsible for. I thought I'd lost everything. But then you showed up, and my outlook just changed. There are always ways to show you care without ruining yourself over it. You need to look out for yourself in all this, too.
I don't get it. So often nothing you say makes any sense, but then you have these moments where you... I don't know. How do you do that? How have you been around for so long?
I guess I just have a resilient mind.
Aw. Bubble.
Breathtaking! The committee's gonna love that.
But I just like the world building, everything that's going on here is so amazing. Or not world building, the character building that's going on here is so amazing in this episode.
Are they still following us?
Are you still following us?
Yeah, we're still following you.
Where else would we be?
They're still following us.
All right, this is a long one. We're gonna have to run. Let's go! Oh, we got so unlucky with the drops here.
Oh.
It's time.
Why'd you stop shooting? You out of ammo?
Why'd you stop? You out of ammo?
Pomni, got any ammo left?
I have one in the cylinder and one sniper round, but no sniper rifle.
Crap.
I love how happy she is. And I think it also shows Zubul. She's so, I don't know. You could just tell she's excited too. In her own Zubul way. Aww.
Shoot!
You're just gonna hide in your room?
Coward!
Huh.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer.
Are you seriously gonna start singing that?
I'm half
Alright, it's legit kind of mean though.
crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Oh wait, I have a key to Zubul's room. Ow.
I can get him.
Wait!
Trust me, partner, I got this.
There's Kaufmo. And Ribbit. It's interesting at this moment he sees Kaufmo and he's like really upset at the seeing Kaufmo. It's either like guilt or frustration or anger about him either being blamed for it or feeling like he could have done more. But then you see Ribbit and it's not the same, like it doesn't show guilt or anything. He's like almost mesmerized by it. And it makes you wonder like how much of his relationship with Pomni right now is relating to kind of how he was with Ribbit.
Ow!
Well, shit, man. Guess that's the end of that. See you on the flip side. What?
All right, let's see. I gotta go back just a tiny bit.
Well, shit, man. Guess that's the end of that. See you on the flip side.
There we go. All right, they're all kitty cats. It's so cute and adorable and funny. I love how Kinger's just got the little cat ears and whiskers. But Gingle's definitely doing it the best. It makes me wonder if Gingle did any cosplay.
What?
Okay, but Zooble definitely dressed up too, right? And, like, I want to see all of them dressed up, right? Why can't we get all of them?
We did it! We make such a good team.
Well, to be fair, our competition wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, true. I suppose this is the part where one of us betrays the other.
You can see him looking at his hand, like there was that moment where Pomni initiated, the hug, and now he's looking at the hand they used to push her away. And he's got kind of those same, like, eyes that he's trying to contemplate his relationship with her, and similarly how she related, or how similar it was to the frog, the other frog avatar.
Huh? Oh, yeah. You can betray me.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be a mutual thing.
Nah, go on. Do it.
I don't really want to.
Lame. Come on. I thought you were cool.
We could just be winners as a team.
We're not a team. Come on.
What do you mean? Yes, we are.
Delusional.
Weren't we kind of bonding over being chaotic evil together?
I was merely entertaining you because I thought it was funny. Now, are you gonna shoot me or what?
Did I do something wrong?
Ugh, you sound like Ragatha right now. No wonder we're not a team.
No, I mean, we were doing fine, having fun, talking. But you suddenly
You're not committing. Do it.
If I shoot you right now, are we still gonna be friends afterwards?
We were never friends.
What about all that stuff you told me?
Yeah, I did tell you a lot, didn't I? Not looking forward to thinking about that tomorrow.
No, we're not doing this. You're not gonna look me in the eye and tell me nothing we've been doing together meant anything to you, because I know that's not true.
Are you coming on to me? Yeah.
You could see how he, the way he's trying to act is much more of the, like the avatar, the stereotype that I was talking about before, that everyone fits into their roles. And so suddenly that's being challenged, and he realizes that, like, things with Pomni would cause things to change again. And he worries, like, in the past, that led to people abstracting, it led to different feelings and things that he's afraid to actually show or actually experience again. And so once he realized, like, I'm letting this go too far, he's stepping in and saying, no, I can't let this go any further. We gotta just keep the boundary of me being the funny one, the troublemaker, and I can't let Pomni, like, be a part of this and change the dynamic. Otherwise, I could expose myself to these vulnerabilities.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants. A straight couple.
Oh my god, can you take this seriously? Can you take anything seriously?
Dude, you're a cartoon clown. How am I supposed to take you seriously?
You reached out to me, not the other way around. You're just gonna pretend that didn't happen?
You must be misremembering.
The way he's gaslighting her, too. Like, Jax clearly wants more than the stereotype he's been placed in. He doesn't like, once again, being put as the guy who always causes trouble and always messes everything up. Instead, he wants to have more friendship and relationship, but when he's done it in the past, it's resulted in abstractions and different problems.
Is this why you didn't show up to Kaufmo's funeral?
I don't show up to any funerals.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Because you're scared. You're scared you'll actually show a human emotion.
I'm scared I'll be bored to tears.
You know, Pomni's close to being right there. It's not that he'll show a human emotion, because honestly, the way he does things is also somewhat of a human emotion. It's just the difference is he may be more than his archetype or different, you know? And so she is kind of onto something there when she says that.
Have you ever thought that this might be what causes people to abstract in the first place?
But when she says that, now it's going back to the exact reason that he hates being the archetype he is, because everyone blames him for stuff, even if it's not his fault. Like, he didn't want them to abstract. He didn't want to cause any of that. And so getting blamed for that just is like everyone else, blaming him for everything.
Oh my God! Are you seriously gonna blame me for something that everybody else did too? You didn't even know him. You don't even know what people are like before they abstract. They are not pleasant to be around. Like at all.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are. Whew, man. This is all sorts of embarrassing, huh? So, you're gonna shoot me or what?
What would you do if I abstracted tomorrow?
I'd move on. And probably forget about you.
So that first part is actually somewhat of the truth, and it reveals something he's gone through before. But the second part, you could see it, he definitely shifts back into his archetype, because he has had to move on. He has had to deal with that, and he knows that's what it would be like. The whole "I'd probably forget about you" is obviously false, though, because he hasn't forgotten about people he's been close with before. He tells himself that because he doesn't want to have those feelings, have those threats, that he's trying to protect himself with this coping he doesn't want them to get out. He's basically trying to protect himself by fitting back into this archetype.
Okay. Okay. I understand.
Jeez, you really can't take a joke, can you?
You're not the funny one!
I don't think that counts.
It's interesting she says that, because for one, Jax is not being very funny. He's like being very, how do you put it? It's not mean. Like, he is being mean, but the things that are going on right now aren't funny, you know? And so Pomni's trying to challenge that, the whole archetype he's put himself in. She's like, hey, this is not you. You are not this archetype. You're more than this. Stop BSing this, you know? She's trying to break through that, but she knows that he does that he falls into this, oh, I'm just gonna play the funny character. All right, so that face, I think I talked about this before. That face that he makes is probably part of the answer to the question they have. When you hold your breath, what kind of face or what kind of thing do you have go on? Because he makes that face with Pomni, and he also makes the same face when on the first episode, Zubul chokes him.
Hey, what are you doing?
Fight back!
Are you crazy?
I said fight back!
Stop! What's wrong with you?
Why didn't you fight back?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Because I didn't fight back, that means I secretly care about you? I'm just a misunderstood little chicken fetus in an egg that needs to be cracked open. Well, I am not. I do not care about you or anyone else in this circus in the slightest. End of story. You are my playthings, and I get joy out of making you suffer. I'm the one who causes pain for fun. If I led you on, it was just to make this part hurt you more.
And you can tell right away that he regrets this whole situation. He doesn't like that he said that. He doesn't believe it himself. And once again, he's looking at his hand like he is doing these things. He has a hand in doing these things that is causing this pain to his friends. And so as a result, he really does not, he's not feeling good about this. And it's really messing with him.
There's nothing more to me. So please, just stop looking.
And that's what he wants. He wants people to believe that he's just this archetype. But he doesn't really want them to believe that. He just wants the protection from coping that way. He really wants people to reach out to him like Pomni and people to really spend time with them. But he worries that if that happens, then they're going to abstract or something bad's going to happen. All right, let's go ahead and pause the sound. But once again, this is like the best episode when it comes to character development. This one like changes everything.
Hey,
I have something
I
I-
feel like
You can
No,
speak
you
first.
go. Let's talk after the show.
Yeah, sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Favorite Character Awards! Before anything starts, I'd like to thank the committee for examining our nominees and voting on our winners.
We love you, Kane!
Shut up. But what's an
Okay.
award show without honorable mentions and subcategories? That's right, it's bad! Unlike my show, which is good.
So we see Jax here, like, getting closer to abstracting. And one thing that's really interesting about all this is Jax puts up these walls to keep other people from abstracting. The coping mechanism isn't necessarily for himself. Like, it is in the sense that it hurts him to see other people abstract. But as a result, he is willing to, like, take the pain of not being able to be close to people that he kind of puts on himself. And so as a result, he's taking all this extra burden, and it's getting him closer to abstracting because it's more than he can actually handle.
God, you look stupid.
So,
Disappearing guy.
And the award for biggest sailor mouth goes to Zooble.
Sailor mouth. She has the stupid sauce.
All right, folks, it's now the moment you've all been waiting for. The award for favorite character. Bubble, give me a drum roll. And
That is really impressive. Bubble can do that.
the award for favorite character goes to... Why, it's me, everyone! Oh, wait, I misread that. It's Ming.
You shouldn't have assumed you won the award. Now we both look foolish.
You know, the weird thing about the whole Ming joke is it's really funny and creative, but at the same time it's dumb. But like that whole thing came up when he was having a discussion with Zubul, and then he called her out for assuming. And so unless he was like trying to figure out a way to get her to say assuming before, all of this, like with Ming and everything, came up as a result of that discussion. Anyway, I talked a ton that episode, and it's because really the characters have developed so much, and it's crazy to see how much like we got out of this. We got to see all these different layers to each of the characters, that they're not just these archetypes that even though Jack says they are, or even though like the bodies are shaped that way for like Gingle and Zubul, that they are more than that, that they have to choose to love themselves, or they have to choose to overcome their perceptions about themselves with like Ragatha, and not just let like the past win when it comes to the way her mom treated her. She has to develop and have a relationship where it's two people, not just herself. If she's the only one trying, then it's not worth it, you know? And sometimes she needs to give people space, otherwise they won't want to be with her. And it's such a good episode, really. So you should definitely go watch it. Please make sure to give the original creator, make sure to go visit their channel and like give them the views and everything. Follow and like them. They do some amazing work. But I appreciate you coming in and visiting my channel, and I hope that you would like and subscribe if you want more content, and I will see you next time.